Hey folks, we are back. We're here with Cindy and Nancy, and they're with the used book sale that's happening at Orchard Homes starting on the 21st and going through that weekend. So a 4-day weekend of used book sale extravaganza, all that
That's
stuff.
it.
So what can you tell people about this book sale?
Well, I'll just start by saying a little history that actually, aside from the last 2 years during COVID that we had to cancel the book sale, it's been going for 62 years
Wow.
in Missoula, and people look forward to it greatly. And so it's a cooperative effort between AAUW, which is the American Association of University Women, and PDK, which is Phi Delta Kappa, which is an organization, professional organization for educators.
And we have one other. We
Yes.
have
Oh,
the
yes.
WMREA, which is the Western Montana Retired Educator Association.
There you go.
So it's a partnership among these three organizations.
Yeah,
that are putting it on.
Cindy here was telling me about the money that you raise here goes towards helping women at the university and more.
We like to tell people what they're contributing to when they bring books or buy books. And so we've done things like, we recently co-sponsored the President's Lecture Series on campus, which was about a history of women's suffrage. We've helped promote girls' participation in science and math through robotics team support. We've helped train nurses who conduct sexual assault exams. And we do workshops on campus for women to learn how to negotiate their salaries so they don't get left behind.
Nice. And so, for those of you watching at home, if you want to know the schedule, Thursday, April 21st is the first day. It's happening from 10 a.m. to 7 p.m., Friday the 22nd, and Saturday the 23rd, 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. both days, and then your last chance to check it out is the Sunday, and that's from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m., in which you guys have a $10 bag sale, but also for the first day, for some of the early birds wanting to get in a little bit earlier, they can pay a $5 fee to get in.
That's right, and they get the best selection of all those wonderful books that we have. So many people have decided to do that because they know what they're looking for and they get in right away.
And for those of you not familiar with the location of Orchard Homes, it's just off of Reserve Street on 3rd Street, just a little bit further down up towards the mountains.
Mm-hmm. Yep. It's a well-known spot and lots of parking. And if you want to donate, you can come on Monday and Tuesday before the sale between 10 and 5 and bring nice books such as we have here. We brought a few just to show you. We need books that we can sell that are, quality books and in good condition, and we don't take things like encyclopedias and magazines and all, but
Textbooks.
no textbooks.
No textbooks.
Please.
Because honestly, as soon as they print textbooks, it's already outdated at that point.
It doesn't take long.
Does not take long at all.
But can we show you a couple?
Yeah, of course. So these are just plenty of the examples of books that you might be able to see here.
Examples, yes.
Examples.
Yeah.
You always want to keep the books in pristine condition. You don't want to accept any donations of rundown old books.
Right.
But you also have opportunities for what you were saying earlier when we were talking about a first editions.
Right. We have a special collections area for older books that people are looking for, classics that are in good condition for their age, maybe first editions. Sometimes people have a collection and there's one book missing and that fills that need or something. But other than that, books like, we'll show you a few.
Go ahead.
Copper Camp, which was written in the 40s about Butte, and it's been reprinted, of course, and it's was written by people who participated in the Works Project Administration. So they needed work at the time, and they chronicled some interesting stories about Butte. Another Montana-focused one is John Tester's book, Grounded, which many people have found interesting because he talks about growing up in Montana and how he's taking those lessons to heart when he's in Washington to the best of his ability. And Nancy has some.
Yes, I have a few here. This one entitled Missoula, which is a nice record of Missoula in the past and in the present. We do have quite a section each year called Missoula and Montana, and that section is extremely popular. Books and reads that are about this area or novels that take place here. The collection is usually exceptionally good, and people love it. So that might be a reason right there. This is an example of a current novel. This is Grisham's latest novel, And it's called Suli, and it's a very great read. I enjoyed this read immensely, but you will find things like this.
Yeah.
I mean, this is brand new.
Yeah.
This is of the moment, and it would be available there.
And, these are the times of like, rummage sale, spring cleaning, people are getting rid of a lot of their stuff as well. And this is a perfect time for people to jump on these kind of events that are happening, get some used books, update their library and all that stuff. And but some other books you want to talk about as well. It looks like,
yes.
ooh, Van Gogh.
Oh, yeah, I love this.
Yes.
This is all about Van Gogh and his wonderful paintings. I bring this as an example of the art books. And there are always
Yeah.
a lot of art books, wonderful collection of historic books and books about painters, also books on how to paint. Yes.
And this is a great way for people to collect their own, kind of build up their own collection. You also I also talked to Cindy a little bit earlier, and she said that there's going to be sell by inches too. another
Yes,
way.
we just stack them all up and measure the height. So if this is, let's say it's 5 inches, at $2 per inch,
Wow.
you would get this whole batch for $10.
Wow.
I mean,
That's
that's
a deal, huh?
That
That's
is
a
a
deal.
great deal.
That's a deal.
Thank you.
And where can people find more information about your event? I know that you guys have a Facebook page, right?
Yes, it's
Oh,
under
yes.
AAUW, and so the information is there. So AAUW Missoula Facebook page. You're welcome to call me, Cindy, at 406-207-6036.
There's one other thing I am thinking about, which is we organize the books. We have tables that are just hardback novels. We have tables that are, as I mentioned earlier, connected to Montana and Missoula. There's a children's section, historic biographies, an arts section. There's a religion section. What have I missed?
There's even a romance novel.
Romance novels.
So, yes, and travel and language and
Yes.
on and on. But that's a good point because you can find it easily.
You can find things easily, and we usually, year after year, set things up in a very similar manner. So if you have been there other years and you have a favorite section, it'll probably be located in just about the same spot.
Sweet. Well, thank you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Thank you for interviewing us
Yeah.
and letting us talk about the sale. We're pretty excited about it, especially since there's been a 2-year break, and we're very glad to be back. Thank you.
Thank you.